Oscar BEVIS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Take 300. Lee Eaton, how are you, mate?
Yeah, very well, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. In PWR Performance Enhancement Centre today, it's so key boxers having a place where they can not just work out, but they got like the top quality facilities, like the real gear.
Yeah, listen, Adam and Rick and that have done an unbelievable job. It's unbelievable in here. Obviously, you got some proper top athletes coming down here, UFC fighters, Bellator, obviously a lot of pro boxers. Billy Joe's been down here all week, Nav Mansouri, Archie Sharp, Umar Sadiq. The list just goes on, Dennis McCann, everything. The list goes on who trains in there. So it's a brilliant facilities, unbelievable. Obviously, it's been a lot of money spent to make this facilities how it is, and it's going to be probably one of the best around the area. So obviously, there ain't no other places like this in Essex. I've got obviously they do everything for like all your VO2 maxing and everything. Not that I know what any of this is. I'm just trying to reel it off. But nah, listen, it's unbelievable. It opens on Monday. The real open day's on Monday. So good luck to the boys. With everyone from MTK and that be down here to support, and it's going to be good.
I was going to say, there seems to be a pretty common theme with the fighters here, obviously some of the MTK guys. I'm going to jump straight into the schedule and just the whole boxing world at the moment. I actually overheard you saying to someone that you don't really know what's going on. Obviously, you've got shows that are going to be on in Wakefield, you've got a couple of nights, sort of one that you would normally associate with the Ulster Hall in Belfast. You sort of got your certain nights, but you don't really know past that what's really going on.
No, at the minute I know of 3 show dates for MTK. Obviously, the 3 show dates were John O'Carroll headlining, Lewis Crocker versus Louis Green headlining, and Akeem Ennis-Brown versus Philip Bowles headlining. They're the 3 shows that we've got announced at the minute. Beyond that, we're just waiting. It's just a waiting game at the minute. We're hoping to reschedule the Golden Contract semi-finals for the featherweights and the super lightweights. But obviously we're still waiting on dates and loads of other things. Obviously, due to the restrictions, due to the British Border Control, things are hard at the minute. No fans and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that go into it at the minute. That's a bit hard to see where we're going at the minute. But everyone's getting planned, getting ready to go for the first 3 shows. We're ready to go. So I'm looking forward to it.
Why Wakefield? I'm not sure if you've been asked this. I think you spoke to Andy during lockdown, but why Wakefield?
My honest answer? Yeah. I haven't got a clue. That'll be down to Paul Gibson. Paul Gibson sorted that out. He rang us up and said, yep, we're going to Wakefield. I was like, okay, sweet. Went up there to look at the venue the other day. Great venue. It's basically a TV studio, basically a pop singers, I don't know, music, whatever. But they have like, before they have a tour, they go there to practice. So it's a massive space, great facilities and stuff like that. So that's where we're going. It'll be brilliant for boxing. So yeah, we're ready to go. There's some brilliant fights happening with a lot of 50-50 fights. So yeah, I'm excited to get back and doing what we do.
And it's key that they're 50-50 fights as well, because I've said this to quite a few people as well. The boxing return seems to have been fairly slow. Obviously, it was high profile that when boxing returned, there was going to be stuff in the States with Top Rank. But does it seem to be that it hasn't been as high profile as perhaps we'd hope at the start?
No, but I think there's a few reasons why. Obviously, some of the fights so far on all platforms over boxing at the minute haven't been the best. But I'm hoping over the next few weeks they start improving, and that's when boxing will start getting back on the high.
Yeah, and obviously MTK shows will, as always, bring the 50-50 fights.
Yeah, not just that. Obviously, there's a lot of there's some good fights. There's a good fight tonight, Ramiz Mahmood versus Chris Bulk. Yeah, it's a good little fight for the Southern Area title. There's a couple of good fights on there. And then next week you got Sam Egerton versus Ted Cheeseman, which is an unbelievable fight. There's a few other, obviously Terry Harper versus Natasha Jonas, should be an unbelievable fight. And then we've got obviously Jono versus Maxi, Sean McComb versus Sierra Osgood, Darren Surtees versus McIntyre, which is a very, very good fight. People don't really know a lot about McIntyre, but that'll be an absolute war. I'm really looking forward to that. Obviously, I tell you, a good fight, Baluta versus Davey Oliver Joyce has just been added to Lewis Crocker cards. Yeah, listen, there's Dan Aziz versus Sterling. There's loads of good fights. that are happening on Eddie's, Frank's, and our shows. But obviously, I believe at the minute, this is not just being biased. I think our shows are solid all the way through. There's not one weak fight on there, so I'm looking forward to getting back. I know everyone, all the team are, and I think everyone will be back on IFL. So it's going to be good.
You mentioned Terry Harper and Natasha Jonas, and that sort of diverted my attention to the women's scene. Chantel Cameron, with Matchroom now. So that's obviously a big bonus. We know she wants a Katie Taylor fight. We know she was sort of harping on about trying to get it now. She's going to fight Delphine Pursoon in the fight camp. But yeah, that's only a positive for that going forward.
Yeah, great news for Chantel. I think that's been in the works for a while. She's been waiting to be announced, so it's good news for Chantel to do that. She's got a fight date hopefully coming up as well. She would 100% would fight Katie Taylor. She put her name in the hat for it. Obviously, they went for Pursoon, which is understandable due to the debate. Like people think of the debatable decision last time. But everyone, I've had so much slack for this. Everyone slagged me and all that. Mainly Irish people, because I've said Chantel Cameron beats Katie Taylor, and I seriously believe that. A lot of people don't. Obviously, MTK is a lot of Irish and that. They always slag me for it now, but that's just my personal opinion. I think Chantel beats Katie Taylor. Does she, or is it too soon or not? But we won't find out till they actually get it on. So, but yeah, Chantel's mandatory for the lightweight WBC world title and the super lightweight WBC world title. So I assume that she'll be fighting for a world title in her next fight, which is Eddie's actually said that. So massive. I think Chantel is one of the best women in the game at the minute. So looking forward to her getting a big shot.
Yeah, 100%. And it'll be nice to see her prove that as well. Just finally, the Billy Joe Canelo situation. We all wanted to see Billy Joe fight Canelo. It's sort of been on the back burner for 2 years now. Another hurdle.
Another one I've been slagged for when I said Billy Joe beats Canelo. Hands down beats him. I don't care. That's my opinion again. So everyone can say, but I think Billy Joe at the top of his game beats Canelo. No doubt about it. Obviously, they've come back. Everyone's due to Corona and stuff like that. Everyone's trying to cut wages and stuff like that. Billy Joe obviously knows his worth. Has put a fig. He knows what he's worth, and they're not offering that or not talking about that. Why is he going to go fight a dangerous fight and take half the money or whatever it is? You know what I mean? Billy Joe could just wait. There's another fight out there with Andrade. Obviously, if Callum Smith don't get the Canelo fight, Callum Smith. But there's still that Canelo fight will still be there because there will always be questions over obviously Billy Joe versus Canelo. So I believe that fight still happens in 2021. I hope so. I was meant to be at that fight in May before obviously it got cancelled. So Billy Joe, listen, on his day when he's focused, he's one of the best fighters in the world.
Yeah, and again, something that coronavirus has just put up in the air. Just before I let you go, Lee, I said final, but one more thing. What's your plans now? Next couple of weeks? Is it just more trying to push for dates, sort things out with fighters? Because obviously MTK have such a massive body of fighters. They're trying to keep everyone sort of happy during this time. It's probably quite tough.
Yeah, there's talks every day. There's talks literally every day of what the plans are for over the next few months and that. We're booking dates with venues and stuff like that. So it's just literally got to see how we go with obviously the August and September cards. Once they're out the way, once the first one's out the way, we can look at we can improve on that and go from there. But it's MTK got a big stable. We've got plenty of shows to come up. Obviously, we'll be back to when we have fans again. We'll be back to business. But obviously, I can't wait to the Golden Contract. Jazza Dickens versus Ryan Walsh is an unbelievable fight.
And that's a show that deserves fans as well.
100%. Why should there not be fans? Ahara Davis versus Tyrone McKenna. Imagine the press conference. So I'm looking forward to both them fights. All MTK fighters, so I'm sitting on the fence. I'll be rooting for Team MTK. But yeah, that deserves fans. So hopefully that gets sorted. Look forward to it.